that leg. Oh my god, that leg. I like that leg. Leg.
Boom. Perillo.
Lickworthy. Ooh, Sniff-worthy. Harry Potter guy, Star Wars guy, hashtag Planet of the Apes guy, out-of-box collector guy, Predator guy, hashtag Alien guy, hashtag Nerf guy, hashtag
Feet guy.
What's going on, guys? I am SimpleSimon, and I cannot believe it is a Saturday afternoon here, and there's no one live on YouTube right now. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to do a bagging and boarding stream. We'll see if anyone... what happened? We'll see if anyone shows up. First, Firefly. Shout out to Firefly, one of my Siminions channel member. And as I said, mate, if you want to hang out, mate, let me know, and I'll chuck the link in the chat. That's me. There's Firefly again, and Sarah is in Ballarat, watching the netball at the moment. And yes, I do owe her some boards, but I reckon I've got enough books here to get through all the bags and boards that I bought today. I'm just going to chuck the link in the chat if anyone wants to hang. Firefly, if you are watching, all you need is a webcam, mate, and you click on that link and it should bring you to a screen. You put your name there, and yeah, if you want to hang out, feel free. All right, I'm going to do a quick shout out to a shop that I went to today. So Saturdays is my vlog day. Vlog day is Saturday, where I go and do my vlogs, and I'm trying to find more and more new places to go to, and it's getting tough. So today I went to a shop out in South Morang for those locals, and it was a comic shop. So the store is actually called AU Pokemon and Collectibles, right? So you would think that it was a that's what I was expecting. I was expecting to go to a Pokemon shop there, Pokemon card shop, and what I got was not what I expected. So I found out about the shop when I was at the Yarraville Comic and Toy Fair last time when I was selling there. The gentleman, Chris, who owns the shop, he was at the Yarraville Comic and Toy Fair, and I noticed that he was selling bags and boards, and he had comic books as well. And I chatted to him for a little bit, and he mentioned that he had a shop. And I was like, oh, where's your shop? And he said in South Morang. I was like, how have I never heard of your shop? And then I looked at his business card, and it was called AU Pokemon and Collectibles. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll put that on the list of places to go. So today I had to go meet Phil from Angel Grove Collectibles out in Northcote. And because I was kind of heading on that side of town, I thought, you know what? I'll go check out this shop in South Morang that I've never been to. And while I was on the way out there, in between Northcote and South Morang, I actually stopped past Video Days in Preston as well, which was cool. I had a little chat to CJ there, and the shop is a great shop, which I have done a video there before. But then I went to AU Pokemon and Collectibles, and I walked in. I was like, holy shit, this is like a comic shop. Like, what? So he did mention to me that he's probably going to eventually change the name, because he said he's gone off the Pokemon cards a little bit, especially with all the theft and, you know, things going on at the moment. But yes, I was able to get some bags and boards, which I've been out of for quite some time. So I'm going to do some bagging and boarding. And again, if anyone wants to hang, the stream is in the chat. But if not, that's all cool. You can chat to me via the chat, and we'll bounce off each other, and we'll see how long I can keep talking to myself for. All right. So, and you know, every now and then I'll show you some books that I'm bagging and boarding. So first we need a Stanley knife. Boom, Stanley knife. Whoa. Got it, first shot. All right. Open the bags. That's the boards, I mean. All right. What else did I do today? Yeah, so today I went and met Phil, who owns an online toy shop called Angel Grove Collectibles. I picked something up from him because I'm going to be announcing... I'm probably going to film it tonight, actually. I'm going to be announcing my 3,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm probably going to try to get the video out on Monday. So I was supposed to do a road to 3K video like maybe a month ago. I was about 250 subscribers away, and I was like, I should probably do a road to 2K now. And it probably was took 5 weeks maybe to get that 250 subscribers. So I was like, what the hell? So it kind of just snuck up on me. And now I've already hit 3,100. So the subscribers are going up like crazy, and I'm very happy about it because the views are also doing very well. But I'm going to be announcing my 3,000 subscriber giveaway on Monday. And I picked up an action figure from Phil today to put in the giveaway. I'm also going to have comic books, and then I'm going to also do 2 extra giveaways for my channel members. So if you're a channel member, you get free entry into my regular giveaway, and I'm also going to have 2 separate giveaways that are for members only, because I feel like I haven't done enough giveaways for my members. So yeah, that's what's going on. I don't know what comic books I'm going to have in my giveaway yet. I'll tell you what the figure is. I've got one here. So I'm going to give away one of these. I've got 3 of these now. So I bought 2 of these from Andrew from Pop Toys when they first came out. And I bought 2 off Andrew because I wanted to open one and keep one sealed. And then I noticed Phil still had one left on his store, Angel Grove Collectibles. So I wanted to give one of these away. I was going to give away my 2. I wanted to give this because for those long-time viewers of the channel, you know that this red hood was my red hood in the early days of the channel. This dude used to make appearances, but underneath the mask, it was me. All right, let's get to some bag and boarding, shall we? Is anyone? I've got a few people watching right now. Feel free to, like I said, jump in or say something in the chat so I got something to bounce off. Questions, we can do Q&As. We can do Ask Me Anythings. I just won't necessarily answer everything. So, all right. If nothing's going on, I'm just going to show you some of the books that I'm bagging. Here's a nice card cover. Some of you guys know I collect card covers, and I'm also a big Alien fan. These are the type of comic books that interest me now. I've barely been reading. I reckon I've read once in the last 2 months, right? So that's not good. That's not a good stat to have. But when I do read comic books, hey, what's going on, Jagular? And Hawkeye, what's going on? But when I do read comic books, I'm interested in indie, obviously, and I'm interested in this stuff. What's going on, Perry? Feel free to jump in, mate. And I'm interested in, stuff like Alien, like all the IP franchise stuff. Ian, what's happening, mate? Are you late nighters? So yeah, Alien's obviously on Marvel now. It's part of Disney, I think. Is that? Yeah. So yeah, I got the card cover there. I actually don't know how many issues of this I ordered, because the shop I went to today actually had a couple of issues as well. So, all right. And then this, I think, is the A cover. So Alien Paradiso. I have read a couple of these Alien comic books on Marvel as well, which they're all right. They're not too bad. There was a Predator one I read, which was really good. The tough thing about all those is back in the day, before my time in comic, or back when I wasn't reading comic books, the Alien books, like for the example, Alien Paradiso, right? That's got a name. You're going to be like, oh, I want to read Alien Paradiso. But they did a string of these, which were just called Alien. They'd do like 6, 8 issues, and then it'd start from number 1 again, just be called Alien. It's like, how do you keep up with that shit? But there was a Predator one, just called Predator, that was really good. Oh man, such a mess. All right. No one biting on the Hangout. All right, it's all good. No stress. Just to make sure you talk in the chat there to keep me busy, because I've got a lot of books to bag. This one here is Laura Kinney Wolverine. This is a J. Scott Campbell cover, which is nice. I am interested in reading this. There's still, even though I don't read a lot of superhero stuff, I do want to, there's a lot of characters that I think are cool. I don't know if X-23 is one of them, but I figured, it's a first issue. If I want to, I can read this one, which is why I picked that one up. And it's a cool J. Scott Campbell cover. But there's still characters that I kind of like, which I don't know a lot about. And when they have comic books come out, I will buy them. Like, for example, Magic. I think I've got Magic just had a new series come out. I love the character Magic. I just think she looks cool. She was cool in the movie, the New Mutants movie. But I don't know a lot about the character, to be honest. So she's recently got a solo title coming out. So I bought a couple of issues of that to check it out. Although they ruined her a bit. She's got like Raver pants on one of the books. On issue 2, I think. Her pants are like baggy. It's like, what's going on with that? All right. This is a nice Jenny Frison Dazzler cover. Very nice. I'll show you guys that one. Can't go wrong with some Frison. A lot of the times when I see that Frison's doing a Marvel cover, sometimes the covers aren't listed on previews, and I'll just chance it. I'll just be like, that's going to be, if it's a Dazzler cover by Frison, she's going to knock that out of the park. All right. Ooh, I hope I don't go 2 hours all by myself. Hey, Jordan, what's going on? What have you been reading? Oh, you just missed what I said. I haven't read anything. I've read maybe once in the last 2 months. And the last thing I read of all things was House of Slaughter. I was like, I'm really behind in this. I should catch up. I read 2 issues and I'm like, I'm done. So yeah, I got a feeling this year I've really got to take a look at my collection and really start getting rid of some of it, because it's been getting out of control for the last couple of years, but it's really out of control now because I'm not reading. So, but I have intentions. Like, I just, for some reason, I just don't make the time anymore. I used to, once every I've been slowing down on the reading for ages now. But, I used to, every maybe couple of weeks, I'd try to, I should read something. I'd pick like, 6 issues to just knock out, But I just haven't been finding that time. I've really been focused on the video content and stuff like that. You got doll parts here. What issue is that? Issue number 1. That's how long I've had these for. I'm pretty sure all of these have come out now. But I'm just bagging issue 1 now. Jordan, if you want to hang out, man, the StreamYard link is up above. Tomorrow night, I'm going to a wrestling show and meeting Butterbean. Is Butterbean doing wrestling? Oh, man, I saw a video of Butterbean recently, and he is shrunk. He's an old man now, but he's like tiny. Like, I probably weigh more than Butterbean now, which is not a good thing. Yeah. Butterbean. What a legend. That's pretty cool, man. Is that like a local wrestling show, I'm assuming? I used to be massive into wrestling, like huge. Is it better to sell your comics at a fair or eBay? That's a great question. I tried eBay. I had a couple of books on eBay. I only sold one thing on eBay, thank God, because that was the expensive thing. I had a set of there was one of the Spider-Verse books, and one of the issues, I think it was the final issue, was like a hot book. I sold it a lot for like $230 or something like that. That's the only thing I sold. My answer to that would be selling at a comic fair is better because you get to meet the people, you get to chat to the people, you become kind of part of that community, which is good. So I really, really enjoyed going to the Yarraville and selling there. That's the only fair I'm probably going to sell at moving on at this stage anyway, because I just feel comfortable there. And yeah, it's definitely fun doing it at a fair. Oh, Vogs, what's going on, mate? Welcome to the channel. First time, right?
Yeah, man. I'm tired. It's almost 2 a.m. on the East Coast, but I'm going to stay up for an hour.
All right.
I'm exhausted. If you do it earlier next time, I'll for sure be there.
Well, I wasn't planning. I literally came home and thought, no one's streaming. I just bought bags and boards. I'm going to do a stream. So
I want you on my stream sometime.
Yeah, well, I don't have a lot of time these days, so that's why I rarely do lives myself, and I hardly ever show. I was on Jigs's last night, but he was bloody grilling me about fucking marrying Sarah, so I had to get out of there.
He was hammered.
Oh mate, I tuned back in and he was like passed out snoring.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And there was still more people watching his stream. Like I kept tuning in, and at one point it was Craig running the show, and Craig should have a channel. He's really good at just talking to the camera and showing his books. But so then I was watching, and then Craig was just running the show, and then eventually Craig left, and it was literally just Jig snoring, which was fantastic. And then I tuned on again, and it was just the chair. But there was still.
I hope someone screen capped him snoring.
Well, I clipped a couple of bits of him snoring because I'm gonna make a super chat video when I get a super chat that has Jig snoring. Hopefully he's okay with that.
Who cares? It'd be hilarious.
So what's been happening, mate? You been up to much this week?
Working a lot, but good, man. Doing good.
What do you do for work?
I work for Lowe's Home Improvement.
Is that like a hardware?
Yes.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. So kind of like we would have. I'm sure Mad Spidey's told you about Bunnings. Yeah. Has he?
No.
Oh, yeah, really? Because Mad Spidey always, every time I go in there, it's just always talking about Australia. It's Mad Spidey's birthday today, by the way, guys.
I know.
It's not in America yet, so it lines up perfectly because tomorrow will be his birthday in America, right? Which means it'll be line up with his stream.
Are you guys going out?
Nah, man. Mad Spidey doesn't go out anymore. He just wants to hang out with you guys on stream. He's out tonight. He's gone to get this right. I'm not quick when it comes to making jokes, right? I'm not that guy. Like if someone gives me shit, I don't really come back with good comebacks, right? Sometimes I think of great comebacks, but it's like 4 days later. I'm like, damn it, why didn't I say that 4 days ago, right? But Mad Spidey, I'm gonna chat with all the Aussie YouTubers. So I sent him a link. It's like, hey, if anyone wants to hang out, I'm gonna go live. And Mad Spidey's like, oh, I can't. I'm out seeing Green Day. He's going to a Green Day concert tonight. He's like, I'm out seeing Green Day. And instantly I said, I hope you have the time of your life. And I was like, I'm pretty damn funny, aren't I?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that was a good one.
That is a good one. I like that. I like it. No, but I collect figures like you do, actually.
Oh. Yeah. Are you going to go grab some right now? Is that why you're off screen?
Do you want me to? I can.
Well, so what I really want to do, I don't know how long you've been watching my channel for, but I used to do a stream called Collectible Show and Tell. It's probably been 2 years since I've done a stream, but I used to invite 3 people on, or sometimes 2. So sometimes it started off with I'd invite 2 people on and I'd participate. And we do 5 rounds. And each round you show one of your collectibles and you tell a story about it, like how you got it or if it's got a cool story behind it. But I haven't done it in 2 years and I really want to bring it back. So I'll put you on my list, mate. I'll put you on the list.
Put me on the
list. Show off some of your stuff.
There's one figure I think I'm going to get soon, and it's the Deadpool figure.
Which one? The
Deadpool.
Oh, which one? Which version?
I don't remember what type it was. Can't remember. Crap.
There's a lot of Deadpool figures coming out.
I know. I need to get a Dark Knight Rises Batman figure. I have the Hush Batman because I love gray suit Batman.
Yep.
My favorite figure I own, I only have like 3 really superhero ones. I'm going to get more eventually. Is my favorite one, I love Rogue, but my favorite one I own is my Barbara Gordon Batgirl.
Is that a multiverse one or is it the DC?
It's a DC multiverse. It's from the 3 Jokers.
Yeah. Is that she got the gray suit in that one?
Nah, it's black.
It's black.
Do you want me to send you a picture?
I'm just trying to picture her in 3 Jokers.
Do you want me to I could send you a picture.
Sure, send me a picture.
Okay, it's on my IG. You can pull up my IG if you want to. I don't care.
So I'm giving away a multiverse figure for my 3,000 subscriber giveaway I just mentioned earlier.
Yeah, nice. What you getting? What you giving away?
I'm giving away the Red Hood one that came out recently.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'm gonna send you the ones I have so far in my collection.
All right.
Fine.
Tell me when.
Okay. Do you like Funkos or no?
Not a Funko guy anymore. I bought some recently, but that was it. I said this is my retirement. Like before them, I hadn't bought them for a long time.
Okay, I sent you all the pictures.
They don't make me happy anymore when I get them. These ones made me happy because they were the Warriors ones. Okay. Oh, okay, so you keep them in box as well?
No.
No?
Heck no.
Good boy. Well done. What rogue is that?
Marvel Legends.
Yeah, okay. So I heard, you know how they did the recent the X-Men 97 figures?
Yep.
I heard, but no one's really confirmed it with me that because this is like the latest suit, right?
Yeah, I want to get the X-Men 97 one.
They're tough to get now, mate. I don't know about the US. They might be easier in the US to get.
They're not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got like actually that's the only one that I kind of paid a bit. I think I
But dude, the Barbara Gordon one is cool. Like they got her.
yeah, it's a good one. It's really it looks nice in the box too anyway, like it's the way it's posed and everything.
Yeah, I take them out of the boxes though. I like the Batman, even though funny thing is I've never read Hush, which I still need to as a Batman fan.
I only read Hush for the first time only a couple of years ago, mate. It took me a long time to get it. And you know what? It's very good. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Because Hush was the first thing I read that had Jim Lee interior art in it. I'd never read anything that had Jim Lee interior art. And I was like, wow, this is awesome. Like how good the art is in it.
Yeah, you know who has a pretty darn cool figure collection too is Trev. Trev the shipping guru.
Yeah, I never had him on actually. That's he's one guy.
Dude, he loves his Naruto. He loves his anime.
Yeah, because the good thing when I did that stream was I got to hang out with people that I don't really get a chance to do. Like there'd be some people I'd meet for the first time by inviting them onto my stream.
Yeah.
So
you know who else has a cool figure collection like you? Always reminds me of Mark, Legion of Comics.
Yeah. I tried to get him on a few times, but I never lined up. That's why I stopped doing that stream, and actually because organizing the streams is like organizing a Hangout stream is one thing, but when you want to organize something that's like a proper organized type stream, it's freaking hard. Like I'd always be like, all right, next week I want these 3 people on, and then 2 of them can't do it. And then you've got 3 days left to figure out, all right, who are those 2 other people? Who's going to replace those 2? Because I always try to make the mix of people. I try to get like, people who know each other at least. I don't want to be awkward where like 3 random show up, like, who are these guys? Sometimes I had to do that. But yeah, that I used to really enjoy doing those streams, man. They were fun. Because some people brought some really cool stuff onto there too.
Yeah. What's the next figure you're thinking about getting? Is there a figure you're eyeing?
At the moment I'm trying to get all the Street Fighter ones that are coming out.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
It'd be cool to have a Ryu. That'd be sick.
Yeah, I got Ryu. So I started off with Ryu, and then I got Ken, and
Do
now
you
I've got
unbox them or no?
Yeah. I unboxed. The quality of those figures is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, my friend used to be like, "Why the heck did you unbox it?" I'm like, it's called I want to let the figures breathe."
Dude, the boxes of those figures are fantastic as well. Like the outside looks like an arcade machine. The back of each character, like the cardboard backing, is like the background of their level in the game. It is awesome.
Yep.
He's that
I'm probably gonna only last like 40 more minutes. I am exhausted.
That's all good, man. No stress. I appreciate you coming on, mate. This is that Magic book I was talking about earlier. First issue of Magic, and I don't know a lot about the character, but I did pick up this recently, which is not an easy figure to get because it's quite old now.
Are you gonna unbox it?
Yes, I will. I haven't been doing many figure unboxing videos anymore, just because I don't really enjoy doing that anymore because I don't think they're very good. I do the shorts with figure unboxings now, but I am going to do.
Do you use figure stands?
Not really. No, not so. With the DC multiverse stuff, I don't like how they're attached to the box. I don't want to peel them off. But some figures really require them. I'm actually trying to find figure stands for my figures. It's just they're not easy to come by.
I bought need to too.
Yeah, because there's some pretty good ones out there. But no, I most of my figures don't have stands, but just a couple of them do. So.
Yeah, I eventually want to do because Deadpool and Rogue are my favorite guy and girl from Marvel. My favorite guy and girl for DC are Batman and Batgirl. I eventually want to get like 4 villains, 2 from Marvel, 2 from DC. And eventually, I don't have my own place. I still live with my parents. I'm 30. But I want to do like, it looks like a fight scene.
Yeah, and you need stands if you want to do those crazy poses, right?
Exactly. No, but I'm gonna get a Deadpool figure soon. I think I'm gonna get the one. I think they released them when the movie came out, Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah, so I bought my Deadpool figure it was just before the movie came out, but I thought it was meant to be for the movie. And then like a month after my one came out, they released the Deadpool Wolverine ones. I was like, what? It's almost identical, except my one doesn't have the gold guns. I think the ones they released later had the gold guns. I think.
Yeah. You could. I bet there's an eBay seller that sells like the accessories.
I don't need. I'm pretty happy with how it is. I'm not too. I'm
What
not
do
good
you
at
have them
choosing my
holding
figures
the
either.
guns and the katana or?
I've got his guns in his holster, and his katanas are in it. And also, oh no, his katanas come out. I've got a Gwenpool figure where the katanas are just the handles and they stick into the thing.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can kind of pull them out, but then she's got a separate katana as a separate accessory.
You know what figure I really want? So stupid. I didn't buy it. I am an Assassin's Creed video game fan. I
Yeah.
passed on an Ezio figure months ago. I'm like, why did I pass on that?
A what figure?
Ezio, the main guy from the
Ah,
main Assassin's Creed games.
what's going on, DMFN?
Where's
Who made
Bo? Is he busy moving still?
that? Bo, yes, but also he had a bit of a yeah, his father passed away just the other day as well.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I forgot about
so-
that. Oh.
He said he's probably going to take a little bit of a break, just to sort family things out.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he'll be back.
Where's Dave? Dave, where the hell are you? No, I'm kidding.
He's a nice Spider-Man black cat cover. Adam Hughes.
I got that one too. I love it. I love how Spider-Man's just creeping.
Oh, gee, I didn't even see that. He is creeping. Look at that.
Who's the girl behind Black Cat? I'm trying to figure that out.
That's Mary Jane's superhero character. So I think I've only been told this, but Mary Jane apparently is now a superhero called Jackpot. I think.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. That's so stupid.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
I picked up the cool Mary Jane Spider-Man cover. I normally cover by, and it was Ultimate 14, and it's Spider-Man hanging from her window with Valentine's balloons, and
Nice.
you see Mary Jane sticking her head out with the kids in the back.
Nice.
I don't even have a pull list. I just go whenever I can to the LCS.
I used to be like that when I first started collecting comics, and then when I met Mark from Big City Comics, he kept pushing for it. He'd be like, "Mate, if you want, you should get a pull list. Get a pull list." I was like, I'm good. I'm just good, just coming in. And then eventually, because when I first met him, I wasn't obviously just restricted to his store. I'd go everywhere, and then eventually, obviously, I became pretty good friends with him. So I was like, "Yeah, I'll get a pull list," and I'll just.
When's your next con or toy?
There's a toy fair next weekend.
I'm guessing you're going.
I am definitely going. It's a pretty big one too. It's kind of like it is a comic and toy fair, but it's kind of more trying to be a con as well. So he's also got the one I went to recently, the giant size one. That's just all toys, comics, collectibles.
Does
this one here,
Dave and Simon go to this one you're going to next week or no?
Simon hasn't been for a while. You know what? He won't go. You know why? Because most of the fairs are on Sunday. Oh, firstly, Mad Spidey has bought really expensive books, and then he can't go out for like the rest of the year. But all the fairs here are usually on a where's this water coming from? All the fairs here are normally on Sundays, and Mad Spidey would prefer to do his stream than go to a toy fair. So
yeah,
I don't know why I'm getting moisture on my bag. What's going on? He did come to that Yarraville one recently, Yarraville Comic and Toy Fair, which is like a smaller event, but it's probably the best comic fair that we have. Like, obviously it's tiny, but if you want comics and good comics, it's probably the best one for comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he showed up for like the first, 40 minutes and then said, all right, I got to go home. And I think he started the stream in the car on his way home.
That's what I heard. I was dying.
Yeah.
I was like, God, of course you did.
Here's the other issue 2 of that Alien series I was talking about.
I'm actually going to head out now, but I wanted to check in with you, man. I'll talk to you
man.
soon.
Appreciate you keeping me company.
Yeah, man.
Take care, mate.
You too.
All right. Vogs. There you go. Wait, is he frozen? Is he just going to be stuck there forever? What happened? Wait, what are you doing, Cass? Cat just knocked something over. I don't know if he's actually left or if he's just. Is he just going to be stuck on the screen forever? Who's next? Yeah, who's next? Here comes the new challenger. Bring it. Come on, Perry. Come keep me company, mate. The stream is up there. I'll just drop it bloody in the thing again. That's what you do. You got to refresh it. Maybe we'll just keep you there, mate. Just so your spirit will be here. While you sleep, your spirit will be here. And maybe you're gone. All right. Let's keep on going and showing you some books until someone else comes in. If you want to hang out, like I said, all you need is a webcam and that link right there in the chat. All right, let's go back to showing you some books. This is a freaky Jenny Frison cover. I don't even know if I like it because it kind of just freaks me out. Look at this. That is pretty freaky. Yeah, that's scary. My stomach is rumbling. I must be hungry. All right. Someone quick, say something in the chat. Ask a question. Let's do questions, people, until someone else decides to maybe jump on. All right. What else can I show you guys besides my books? I got my speeding fine. I think I've got one more payment. I've been paying that off for 4 months. All right. I'm just going to keep showing you books then. Let's go. Next one is Doll Parts. This is issue number 2. This is one of Sarah's favorite artists, Luana Vecchio. This is like a prequel to Lovesick, which was a series that came out, I want to say it was the year before last, actually. It's crazy how quick time's gone. And then I think the next book is another one. What is this? Lovesick again. Sorry, not Lovesick. Doll Parts. Oh, this is a variant. So you can clearly see why Sarah likes this artist. Now, Sarah's actually got, how did she get it? She's got like a signed print, I think. But this Luana does really cool sketch covers of this character, and they just fly out. Like she'll put them up on a wherever, maybe on a Patreon or something like that, and they just fly out the door. But she does some really cool ones. If you could live in any comic book universe, which one would it be and why, mate? Look at this. Oh wait, sound. Is there no sound? Are you serious? That can't be right. I think you're on mute. Are you fucking with me? You're messing with me, right? Is he messing with me? No. I'm definitely not on mute. Hang on, let's mute and then unmute. Unmute. There you go. All right. Oh, you bastard. All right. If you could live... Okay. Well, I don't know. My favorite comic book series is Something to Kill with Children, but I don't know if I'd want to live in that universe because there'd be monsters and I would probably get killed by one. What comic book universe would I want to live in? I guess, I mean, it sounds like a pretty basic answer, but I mean, if I lived in the DC universe, I'd feel pretty safe, you know, like because Superman would come anytime I was in trouble. I'll just yell out Superman. He would come for me. That'd be funny. You know what's funny though? Like, I watch people's videos sometimes, and there'll be an issue. I'll give you a perfect example, right? It used to happen to Old Wolf a lot. I think it must be Old Wolf's editing software, right? So the audio, when he does a recorded video, sometimes it used to happen all the time, would be out of sync to the video, and it used to always happen to Nick the Comic Nerd as well. And I'd be sitting there, I'd go to the chat to see comments to see if anyone mentioned. No one mentioned it. I was like, you guys. And then like I was like, oh, I would feel, is it rude for me to say, hey man, your video audio is not synced up? You know, because that would bother me. If I released a video and then knew that later, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. So yeah, I sometimes like to tell people, hey man, by the way, did you know that your video audio is not synced properly? What if you lived in Gotham? Yeah, see, I'm going to go for Metropolis. Did I say right? This universe thinking you're going to Metropolis and end up living in Gotham. Yeah. No, I'm going to Metropolis. Going to Metropolis. All good vlogs, mate. You have a good night. Good night's sleep, mate. And then get those bunning snags. All right. What is this one? Look at this. Did you guys know this existed? You used to get the DC and Marvel previews. So for those who I guess aren't comic book people, it's when you get like the magazine, tells you what's coming out in the next couple of months or in 2 months' time. Image Comics now have them. Yeah, look at that. Image previews. It's just like a comic book. You can bag and board these. In fact, I did bag and board the first one. I'm not going to bother bagging and boarding that one. But the first one, I was like, this is the first Image previews. It's going to be worth $1 million one day. I'm going to bag and board it. Next one is some Art Germ. This is a Psylocke cover. Another character. I wouldn't say I collect Psylocke though at all, but I don't know anything about Psylocke. Like, rest in peace. Wait, hang on. What was first? That's right. That's right. But yeah, the first one I bagged and boarded that shit. Yeah, Wizard Magazine. I remember Wizard Magazine. What a time to be alive, right? Psylocke by Art Germ. If you guys like Art Germ, you should follow Mark the Cutty Sark on Instagram because he's doing 100 days of Art Germ covers. He did Jenny Frison for 150 days straight. That's pretty impressive. Just to remember to make a post every day. Like, I always think, I should make a post. I should make a post. And then next thing you know, I'm like, shit, my last post was like 3 weeks ago. All right. Let's keep it rolling. Wizard Mag. You know what's funny? You don't see many Wizard Mags here. Like, you go to a lot of places, the places I go to, that's something you would expect to see, but you very rarely see someone selling old Wizard Mags. This is a Nakayama Catwoman cover. I don't think that's meant to be Selena Kyle. I haven't read this for a long time, but I don't think that's Selena Kyle. I think that's meant to be some other character. Man, my stomach is rumbling like crazy. I've got to another video I got coming out, which I've got to do. I've just been nervous. I've got the world's hottest chip sitting in my pantry. It's been there for since October. I keep avoiding it. And I'm not avoiding it. I kind of forgot that it was there. And I was like, oh, that's a video that I need to do. Because, I'm starting to get to the point where I was like, I need to make a video. But I don't want to just make just a random video because I have to. But I do try to do at least 2 videos a week. But the world's hottest chip versus SimpleSimon. That video is coming. I got to do it. They had a short box of Wizard Mags and I purchased the entire box for $20. That's crazy. The US, mate. It's crazy. What a crazy place to live where you have 50-cent bins. What the fuck is a 50-cent bin? In saying that, I'm starting to see more places that have dollar bins over here. Not really. They'll have one short box. Here's some dollar books that we don't want. So please take them for $1. Crazy Wing. We should do a live stream from Crazy Wing, Dave. Crazy Wing is the one at the Glen still there? Crazy Wing was a place that me and DMFN used to go to. That would they do these chicken skewers and they're awesome. They've got chicken wings on the skewer. So there's 2 chicken wings per skewer. And the chicken wings are tiny. They're like this. And you're 2. And we used to go there and they have one called the Crazy Wing, which is a really, really spicy. Mate, what are you talking about? It's bloody 6 p.m. It's a really, really spicy chicken wing. But they also make other flavors. So we used to go with a big group, and I'm not even joking. I think the last time we ordered 160 wings, skewers. And then we ordered the Crazy Wings, but we ate all the wings, all the other flavors, which are delicious, and left the Crazy Wing to last. And then we ate the Crazy Wing and we just sit there and suffer in pain because it was so spicy. Hey, what's going on, dude? Thanks for dropping in. All the way from New Zealand, right? There you go. If you want if you like my videos where I go to places, check out I Am Echo because he does similar videos where he goes to kind of toy fairs and stuff, but in another country, in New Zealand. So Very cool. This is a Catwoman Frank Cho cover, and I'm pretty sure that's done in Biro. How about that? Imagine drawing something like that with Biro. It's 6 p.m. The sun disappeared, or am I in? No, it's daylight savings over here, mate. It doesn't get dark till like 9. Or like it's starting to get darker a little bit, like by like 8:30 now it's kind of getting dark, but like literally you go back like a month ago, it was like 9 p.m. before it started getting dark, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, the sun is pretty intense over here still. All right, we've got some more Jenny Frison coming up. These covers are awesome. Boom, Jenny Frison, Poison Ivy, yes please. Great covers. I should buy multiples of them. I reckon one day, in 10 years, when you can no longer get those covers, it'll be like a $20 book. Hey, what's going on, Chris? What are you guys all doing up? Isn't it like crazy times over there? Is it because you're like, man, why isn't Jigs on? Because that's what I thought. I thought I'd get home and Jigs would be on. In some ways, I'm glad he's not, because yesterday when I was on, he was just grilling me the whole time. I was on there for like 25 minutes and he kept bloody asking me why I'm not marrying Sarah. I was like, just calm down, mate. Perry owes me money. Does he really? Is that why he's not coming on? Because, you know, he's been here watching, but he hasn't jumped on. So maybe it's because he's scared. He just got home from work 2 a.m. Jesus. That night shift. Or I guess the night shift would be if you start at 2 a.m., right? All right. Oh, am I out of books? No, that can't be right. What's here? Oh, I've got these. I don't think these will fit in a regular size. These might have to go in a Silver Age bag. Has anyone read these, actually? I got these from Dan, who's like a fan of the channel, and he gave me this nice little gift. He gave me the set of these. Check this out. Batman versus Predator. Hell yeah. Oh, I haven't even seen it. I haven't taken these out of the bag. I haven't seen the other covers. Whoa, look at that. What is that fighting pose, Batman? Look at this. Fucking Predator there with his spear, and Batman's got his bloody get your dukes up boxing style. What the hell is that? Oi, Drac, what's going on? Oh, where are all these people coming from? These are all the Insomniacs, right? No CJ stream, no Jigs. SimpleSimon will do. But you guys aren't coming on. Why aren't you hanging? And then this is the 3rd issue. Interesting art style on these books. Is the interior the same? Oh, the interior looks nice. Sniff worthy. All right. I don't think these will fit in a normal. Will they? Oh, look at that. They do fit. Perfect. Look at that. Ooh, it's nice. Very good. I'm going to read that. You know, I'm normally not that big into these crossovers. I don't know why. It's just like, I don't need Batman to be fighting Predator. I don't know. It's just not really my thing. But that one I will read. I've heard that's actually not a bad story. Oh, shit. I'm missing out on all this stuff. Perry owes me money. I already said that. Curse is over 2 years. It doesn't. What? I have a friend who owed me a bit of money back in the day, and yeah, it just got to the point where I was like, man, whatever. I'm not going to chase it anymore. What else we got going on here? Drac in the house. Yes. All right. So what we learned today was these square-bound old DC books fit in current size bags and boards. What a world. All right. I'm pretty sure I've got heaps of books to bag and board, but I have no idea where they are. I'm going to feel weird if I get up from the chair to go find them because you're going to be staring at a chair. But Jigs streamed Empty Chair yesterday, and there was 14 viewers watching for at least half an hour. Like, what the hell? All right. It is at 6 p.m. in Toronto. It's 2 a.m. in Tampa. Wait a sec. Oh, wait. You guys are talking to Drac, right? Sorry, I'm going to get to more books to show you, but I'm just trying to bag these that I already showed you. Perry owes me Dogecoin. Dogecoin, isn't that the dodgy one? I don't understand the crypto thing. Like I've never understood it, but when you've got a million, all these different ones, wouldn't the original one just be the one to, why is there so many different types of Bitcoin? I mean, crypto, whatever you call it. Alrighty, let's go to some more books. What do we got? These are already bagged and board. Let's just show you these. This was a nice little AOK from Old Wolf. It's The Crow and Razor Kill the Pain, and it's signed by some random dude I've never heard of, but still, it's cool. It's a leather cover. How cool is that? It's leather. I like leather. Do you like leather? I like leather. All right, very good. Perry is a dodgy one. Yes, that's why it's Dogecoin, man. You guys got stooged, right? Because dodgy coin, it was there. It was in front of you the whole time. Okay, I don't know what that is. All right, where are the rest of these bloody? Oh, hang on, are these some? There you go. I found some. What are these? These are free comic book day ones. I guess I'll bag them up. Give me a sec, guys. I'm just going to go see if I can find some more unbagged and boarded books. Ugh. Ow! I just sat on the armchair. Yeah. Yeah. What the hell? I'm pretty sure I've got like months and months of books to bag and board, and I don't know where they are. This isn't good. So what's under here? Oh yeah, these are all free comic book day. I guess I'll bag these up. Oh, where'd this one come from? What the hell? How did I even get that? Ugh. Ugh. All right, I'm back. What did I miss? What happened to her, man? I heard that she got something dodgy happened, but I don't really look into that stuff too much. Last time I saw an image of her, she looked very different. Like she'd been through some shit. Comic vet works as a stripper. That's why he gets up at 2 a.m. Well, at least he's earning good money. I mean, I guess not all strippers earn good money, do they? All right, let's keep going with some random books I found that need a bag and a board. I don't really like this. I think this was a freebie from Mark. This is Red Sonja, and it's the weird Dynamite do these weird UV variants where the colors all like UV, I guess, and they're kind of weird. I don't know if I like them or not. Fucking hell, just go in. What is going on? I'll take one hot. Dear. All right. Yeah, look at these. It's kind of weird. Like, I don't know. Why would you want an Avatar Red Sonja? It's blue, right? Looks blue to me. Could be purple. I don't know. Who knows? Okay. Everyone's talking about Hawk2 in the comments. Very good. Oh, this next one. Do you guys try to name a free comic book day book that had value? I can think of one straight off the top of my head. But, I always overdo the free comic book day ones because I was like, I can give them away. And, so this one here, One Piece is hot, right? You got to get the One Piece free comic book day book. Boom. So the thing I didn't realize about these anime comic books is they're actually just the manga, I think, but inside the size of a comic book. So still $1 million one day. Star Wars free comic. Really? Is that true? I've got a couple of Star Wars ones. I remember there was that one. There was that Spider-Man. Remember that Spider-Man free comic book day book, which was meant to be the first appearance of whoever it was, and then but because of COVID, it got delayed or something. Hey, what's going on, dude? I prefer 3-piece. Yes, 2 legs and a thigh, right? So what's your favorite piece of chicken, guys? That's a good question. I'm a thigh guy. Thighs are my favorite. Drumsticks were my favorite as a kid, but now thigh, mate. You get more meat. It's where all the juices are. and the juices is where it's at. All right. So free comic book day books, a whole bunch of them. Oh, you got to get this one because the right person just might buy this for a lot of money. That's right. That's right. Monster High. Got to get it. Got to get it. I've got I reckon I've got a whole short box full of free comic book day books now. The free comic book day book I was thinking is the first Umbrella Academy book. I think is a free comic book day book. So when that show was out, it's still that free comic book day book. The first one still goes for a bit of money. I really enjoy a good breast every now and then. Yeah, breast is all right. Depends, mate. See, the thing with the breast is it can get dry. Get dry. I'm a thigh guy. All right. You know when you go to like KFC and you get like a 3-piece? Do you guys ask, oh, can I get these specific ones? Because you know how they kind of just random, they'll just chuck in whatever. I get so disappointed when they put a breast in there. I'm like, oh, why? Why? Now I want KFC. Barbaric. What is Born in Blood? Okay, this must be. I read the first Barbaric, which was all right. It wasn't bad. Here's the axe that talks to him and shit. So that's I think that's like another story arc. Born in Blood. The grey meat is the best. Are you talking about? Are you talking about in KFC? The grey meat. I tried to not get KFC as much. So last time I went to the doctor and got a blood test, my cholesterol was very high. So I'm trying to watch. I'm still not. I've been eating a lot of foods that are good for cholesterol, like nuts and avocado. Fish apparently is good for it, but I'm supposed to not eat red meat. And man, I eat a lot of red meat, so that's a tough one to. To get rid of, just because like me and Sarah will probably eat like once a week. I'll cook a steak, and then on another night of the week, I might cook like lamb or something like that. In all chicken, the grey meat. What are you tripping again? The grey meat and chicken. I like the Little Barbaric. I read. Yeah. The first one was actually I didn't mind it. The leg quarter is like the juicy grey meat. Okay. Yeah, I guess there's the grey meat that's like underneath, like the thigh bit. Why do I have this? Where did this come from? This book's only like 3 or 4 years old now, but I don't know why this is sitting in this pile of books. All right, these are already bagged and boarded. Oh, that's a nice cover. Look at that. Let's just show you some random books. Violent Flowers. This was a Luana Vecchio one. Hack Slash. So Hack Slash is a character that I don't know. She looks cool, right? Like goth chick with a baseball bat. The first one I read was the one with that Zoe Thorogood wrote, and that was actually really good. That was pretty good. Anything else with? Oh, this is something else I want to read. The Terminator. Yeah, hell yeah. Who doesn't want to read The Terminator? If anyone has read that, please let me know if it's good or not. And yeah, this is an awesome Erica Slaughter cover by, was it Lee Inyuk? I always say Inyuk Lee, but Lee Inyuk, whatever. Very nice. All right, people still talking about bloody chicken in the chat. The breast wing part is the white meat part. The breast, okay. Oh, okay. As in, like they're really white, right? And I'm colorblind, man. I can't even tell that it's gray. But there's definitely some bits in chicken which are like darker, but like really dark. Yeah, I really want to. So Sarah bought that, and Sarah absolutely loved it. I do want to read that, but the first thing I read of her, I mean, no, she wrote an issue of Ha Ha, right? Which I think was very good too. But yes, I do want to read that. But her Hack Slash, just you could tell that she's a good writer. All right, what's in this pile? Ugh. Free comic book day. Oh, you got to get this free comic book day, right? Initial D. Yeah. These are all free comic book day books. Any good ones? Pokemon. You always got to get Pokemon. Ooh, the Energon Universe. Got to get that. $500 in like 5 years' time. I'm telling you. I really want to read the Transformers book. I read the first issue and it was really good. Oh, sick. I should read this. Street Fighter versus Final Fight. This is what I'm into. Like Street Fighter right now. I'm on a massive, massive Street Fighter kick right. Hey, Kat, what are you doing? I'm sorry, I'm in your bed. Here, get off the bags and then you can sit there. There you go. There you go. You gonna chill out? Chill out, please. The cat's gone crazy today. Oh, good boy. That's right. That's a good cat. All right. What are we doing in the chat here? Just read it. Sarah already owns it. Yes, I know. I'm not going to buy it. Although sometimes I buy stuff that Sarah already has because it's like, I want my own. The whole Energon universe is great. Yes, the first issue really, really impressed me. So I didn't buy anything else after that because it took so long to read that first issue. So I thought, you know what? I might buy the trade one day if I can find it like for cheap. I'm just super tight ass with my money on comic books these days. So I should have so many more books that need to be bagged and boarded, but I don't know where they are. So I will again go to my pile. See that pile there? That's a mess. That should be like toys and shit, but it's just piles of comics that need to be sorted because I don't have enough short boxes. Like, how many short boxes have we got? 4, 8, 12, 16, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. I got 39. Oh, wait, no, I've got the ones I'm selling. 39, 42. I've got 40. I've got 42 short boxes and 2 magazine size ones as well. And then I've got countless piles of comic books that don't have homes. I don't like it. All right. Street Fighter comics are underrated. I wish they were easier to read in order. Yeah, I can't say. I got this recently, which I haven't read. This one. You'll probably remember this, Chris, because you're old. This one on Tacoma Comics. Thought that was a cool cover. And it was the premiere issue. So I thought this might have been the first Street Fighter, but it's not. The first Street Fighter doesn't have the 2 there. The first Street Fighter comic, it might have been on Malibu as well, Malibu Comics. It was just called Street Fighter, and the cover art is atrocious. It's absolutely terrible. But I recently rewatched the Street Fighter animated movie, which is awesome. And then I watched I didn't realize there was actually quite a number of Street Fighter animes that came out after that original one. And they're terrible. I watched one the other night. It came out on Prime, Street Fighter Alpha. I didn't get to the end. I got like an hour into it and I was like, I'm done with this. But I heard they're making a new Street Fighter movie. Someone mentioned it for 2026 release, maybe. So that'll be interesting. They should just do, they should just make it about what Street Fighter is about. I watched the doc. Oh yeah, that's right. I watched this Street Fighter documentary. It's called Here Comes a New Challenger. And it literally is about the history of Street Fighter, and it was awesome. I watched it on Prime. I had to pay $3 to watch it. But it was absolutely awesome. But they talked about the movie, like the live action movie with Van Damme, and most of the fans are like, oh my God, it was crap. And the director was talking about his intentions of it and things. He's like, I didn't want it to just be like we want to do something different. I was like, oh man, people don't want that difference. People just want to see the source material. Do you remember that? Of course you do. Tekken anime. Oh, I haven't seen the Tekken anime. There was a Tekken live action movie as well, which I don't think I ever saw. But yeah, Street Fighter right now. Really, and even like, I got the Final Fight comic books. I'm actually quite excited. There's only 3 issues, I think. And I think they're all out. So I might read this actually soon. So for those who don't know, if you want some Street Fighter history, Final Fight was the game that came out just before Street Fighter 2. This was like a big like step towards Street Fighter. Like, obviously, this was a different kind of game. This was a side scroller. There are a few Tekken animes. There you go, Mad Spidey. Are you having the time of your life, Mad Spidey? Are you? Are you? Happy birthday. Quick, everyone. Say happy birthday to Mad Spidey. It's his birthday here. And then tomorrow, it'll be his birthday over there in the US. Huh? How about that? And he's doing a live stream. I'm going to get in on that one as well. I'm going to be there first thing in the morning, Spidey. I'm going to jump into your live stream, and then I'm going to leave and go see my mum. Here comes the new challenger. It's streaming for free right now. Where? Go watch it. It's really good. It's a long it's like a 2.5 hour documentary about Street Fighter, but I loved it. There you go. Happy birthday. Stuck on the Monash. That's not the time of your life. I was gonna say something. Yeah, here come all the happy birthdays. Yeah. Everybody, let's do it. The girl with the blue beanie. What? Who are you? There you go, Mad Spidey. What was I going to say? Yeah, that's right. So this is how into Street Fighter I'm at the moment. 2 days ago on YouTube, I was just looking up Street Fighter things, and then I came across Street Fighter esports, right? So back in the day, I wasn't bad at Street Fighter back when I was like 12, maybe even younger. I don't know. I was like, so back then you used to have the arcades at the video store. That's how I kind of met Mad Spidey, actually. I met Mad Spidey on the main streets of Doncaster, and I think it was at the video store, maybe. Mad Spidey, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But Jackson Court Video Store, that's where I first made my name as a Street Fighter king. I owned that store. Like, all the older kids would kind of almost bully me. Like, they used to do this thing where when I used to choose my character, the big kids would push me out of the way and then just like scramble my buttons so I'd choose someone random. And I hate it. Like, I was really bad with Dalsim. Like, if I got Dalsim, I was not going to win. I'm doing very well. Thank you for joining on the chat. Fun fact, everyone in Australia's names are... You know what's funny, right? I'm meeting more and more people named Simon, but for a big chunk, like after I left school, I didn't meet many Simons at all up until I rekindled my friendship with Mad Spidey. The funniest thing is I remember the first time Mad Spidey went on Old Wolf's channel. Mad Spidey was still kind of newish to YouTube, right? And he jumped on Old Wolf's and he was like, "Oh, how you doing?" And like, "Oh, who are you?" He's like, "Oh, I'm SimpleSimon's friend, Mad Spidey." He's like, "Oh, cool. Are you from Australia as well?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "What's your name?" Mad Spidey goes, "Simon." And Old Wolf is just like, "Do they have other names in Australia?" Get this. I had a literature class in high school. Literature, right? There was only 3 guys in the class and the rest were girls. 3 guys in the class, and you wouldn't believe it, all 3 of us were Simon. It was crazy. There was 4 Simons in our year level, and 3 of them were in that literature class. You wish you did, mate. You know what's funny, Spidey? Nikos used to always just be there and watch. He never had any money. And then one day I went there and Nikos was playing Street Fighter and he used Dalsim was his character and he was really, really good with Dalsim. That's the funny thing. For a long time, Dalsim was the only guy I couldn't beat M. Bison with. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I didn't do that. Wasn't the thing I did. I did try other characters. So Ken and Ryu obviously were the easiest. I used to love using M. Bison. Guile I used to like. I used to like using Vega when Champion Edition came out. But the original game, it was pretty much Guile, Ken, and Ryu. Ryu. People get mad when you say Ryu. Yep, SpongeBob. We need some Simon on Simon violence. Man, I'll take you on Street Fighter. I played not that long ago. There's a place here called Welcome to Thornbury, which is like a bar that has food trucks. But they have this awesome arcade, and it's all just old school games. And I was pretty impressed. I beat 7 of the 8 characters. Wait, no, not 7. It must have been 6 because there was like 1 left before I got to the last 4 guys, and then I died. And I was like, yeah, I'm done. Nikos was the silent assassin. Yeah, right? Nikos. Shout out to Nikos, mate. Nikos was the dude who used to buy me alcohol before I was an adult. And he used to get picked on, man. This dude was such a nice guy. But man, he got bullied really hard, man. I love Nikos. Good guy. No, Nikos is not a Street Fighter character. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. There's also, if you like Street Fighter, there's an anime that I watched on Netflix called High Score Girl. It's hard to say. High Score Girl, like high score, like like a video game. High Score Girl, and it's about this kid who loves playing Street Fighter, and this girl who likes him, so she wants to impress him, so she learns how to play Street Fighter. It's a really good anime because it starts off with Street Fighter and shows heaps of gameplay and heaps of what do you call it? Like, tactics and what's the word I'm looking for? That's not the word techniques, right? Of Street Fighter. But it's a storyline between this boy and this girl. Like, so the girl likes this boy and the boy likes this other girl who's also good at Street Fighter. It's like this little love triangle. But they show all this game footage, right? And as this show keeps progressing, the times change. So, for example, they talk, there's this new fighter game out called Virtual Fighter. I was like, holy shit. Like, as the season goes on, the video games progress too. And it's a real good throwback. It's a really cool anime series. I only watched the first season or maybe just whatever they were up to. But yeah, it was really good. High Score Girl. I recommend it. Yeah. Well, isn't Alpha like a prequel though? I remember they did the Street Fighter game, which was like in 3D, kind of like Virtual Fighter. They had it in those graphics. I think that was called Street Fighter something X, maybe? EX? Oh, mate. Love it. Anyone want to actually come on and talk Street Fighter with me? Come on, man. Come on, Chaos. What are you doing? The stream, the link's probably so far up now. All right. I'm going to chuck a link in again. I'll probably only be on here for another half an hour because I'm going to make dinner. But I'm also run out. I don't know where all my books are that I need to bag and board. Like, that cannot be it. That is not a very big pile. Any takers? Or we can just keep talking Street Fighter in the chat. I'm down because that's my thing. Let's show you some figures while I'm here. I didn't do a video of this one. This is my Bison figure. Oh, how good does he look? Whoa! Did you know that M. Bison was originally Balrog? So Balrog's character was meant to be M. Bison because his character was a ripoff of Mike Tyson. And I can't remember the reason why they changed it, but I think it was because it was too similar. Mike M. Tyson, M. Bison. So they made him M. Bison, and then they changed Balrog to Balrog. Alpha was the new version. Yeah, but I thought Alpha was set as a prequel. Because I remember there was Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter Champion Edition, Street Fighter Hyper Fight, and then Super Street Fighter when they introduced Cammy, Fei Long, and all those characters. And then eventually there was Street Fighter 3, which I think nobody liked. And then they also did Street Fighter EX. And then I think Alpha came after that. I think Alpha was because no one liked 3, they eventually released Alpha, which introduced all these new characters as well. But yeah, how cool is Bison? Yeah, let's show you more. Got my Chun-Li and Cammy here. I saw this photo and I tried to recreate it of a guy like these two. Oh, let's do it. Trying to form a heart. That's pretty cool, right? That's pretty cool. I couldn't get the photo like the other. I saw someone else do it and it looked really cool. So I tried to recreate it and I'm just not that good. All right. We're still talking Street Fighter. Let's go. Let's do this. Street Fighter EX plus Alpha was awesome. These names are getting out of control. Everyone is asleep here. I have to be quiet. It's 6 p.m. Okay, fair enough. You got kids as well, right? I might watch Street Fighter. Actually, I actually really want to start playing Street Fighter again now because of all the Street Fighter craze right now. Like right now, you guys know I go through all these phases, right? Right now, it's hashtag Street Fighter guy. 48 hours till Daredevil Born Again. You know what? It looks great, but I didn't watch the first. I started watching Daredevil, but it was just how many seasons were there of Daredevil? I think I didn't even finish the first season, I think, because there was a lot of episodes per season, and that kind of puts me off a little bit. It was good though. From what I watched, it was good. So I'm sure Daredevil fans would be super excited about that. It's a prequel, but I already quit. Yeah, so I was done. Super Street Fighter 2 was really the last one I was playing a lot of. I think when Street Fighter 3 and EX and all that came out, I would dabble, but by then I wasn't good anymore. Oh, actually, you know what? I was pretty good at Street Fighter X-Men as well when they did those games. Have you seen the doco, The Remarkable Life of... No, I have not. Let me quickly check out what that is. Or you can explain maybe what it is in the chat. The Remarkable Life of... Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, okay. I like those kind of documentaries. So it's a secret life of a young World of Warcraft gamer. No, I haven't seen it. It's on Netflix. All right, cool. I might check that out. I like watching those documentaries. I've seen some cool ones. Like there was one called Second Skin, which is about people who live, like gamers who live their lives through their avatars in like those kind of games. There's people who've literally gotten married who've never met before, or they met in that world, like, you know, in all those kind of games. I thought Alpha predated 3. Yeah, it might have. It's too long ago, man. I can't remember. But by then, I was, you know, going to the arcades, but I wasn't really spending my money, right? I was just going there and trying to be cool and smoking cigarettes, man. What's this one? Looks like you were trying to do fusion. Oh, yeah, I'm not a Dragon Ball Z guy. Eventually, I'm sure I'll get there, man, Spidey. I'm sure I'll be a Dragon Ball Z guy one day. I have no doubt, in fact. 3 seasons of Daredevil. Okay. Highly recommend. Okay, yeah, no, I'm interested in those kind of things. There was another, I can't remember what it was called, but there was another esports. It was a documentary about esports, and it was awesome. But yeah, I love those kind of documentaries. It's just those worlds. It's like I was explaining before. I started watching Street Fighter esports on YouTube the other day, which has now introduced me to all these you know, fighting game, so like esport. Well, that's a new one. There you go. I unlocked a new one. It introduced me to all these like famous esports Street Fighter gamers and stuff like that. I was like, wow, this is interesting. Yeah. So, and I was thinking, right. So there was a documentary I watched over 10 years ago called "The King of Chinatown." I randomly downloaded it without knowing what it was. I just thought King of Chinatown, that sounds cool. And then one day I think I decided to just check out what it was. And I had no idea it was a documentary about Street Fighter. It was about this kid who enters like the Street Fighter tournament and then eventually goes on to the World Series of esports Street Fighter. And this was like going back. Like this is at least over 10 years ago. And I was watching the other day on YouTube this dude, and they're talking about this dude like he's a legend. I didn't know who he was. Turns out he was the guy in that documentary, King of Chinatown. And then I thought, surely the King of Chinatown is so obscure, it would be free on YouTube. And I couldn't find anything with the King of Chinatown. I do have it on a hard drive somewhere in my closet. So, all right. Man, I'm rambling like crazy today. This is a great stream. What about Black Belt Edition with the fireballs? So this was a thing I remember from Street Fighter back in the day, right? Street Fighter was so big. It got so huge in the arcade video game scene, right? We have the mainstream amusement arcade place back in Australia back in the day was Time Zone, right? There's still some Time Zones around, but Time Zone was like the mecca of arcade centers, right? The one in the city had 3 levels, 3-level arcades. When Street Fighter reached its peak, they cleared out the entire top level in the city, and it was just Street Fighter. So there had to have been at least 50, if not 100 machines of Street Fighter only upstairs, right? So I was like, this is sick. You go there and all of a sudden you're like, what the hell is this? There was hacked versions of the game. Suddenly you do a fireball, like, because remember you could only do 1 fireball at a time, right? So all of a sudden you could do multiple fireballs. Sometimes you do a dragon punch and a fireball would come out of like, there were all these hacked versions. I think that's what Black Belt was, right? Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the esports one. Yeah. I love those documentaries. They're absolutely awesome. Tons of fun in East Doncaster. Did you know, Mads, my mum worked there for a little bit. We had a friend who was a waitress at my parents' restaurant who worked there as her other job. And she was away for a while. She needed someone to fill her shifts. And my mum went and actually worked there for a little while. Tons of fun. All right. More Street Fighter. But yeah, the arcades back in the day, you had all these hacked versions and you could like jump in the air, do a fireball and then jump again. And you'd keep jumping until your character came off the screen, like jumped off the top of the screen. And if you kept doing it, he'd start coming up from the bottom of the screen and still be doing it. Like it was crazy. It was a crazy time back then. And now I want to buy a Street Fighter arcade machine for home. And you know what's funny? Sarah wouldn't even be against it. Sarah actually, like probably a few months back, was like looking into getting an arcade machine. I was like, I don't know if we should. Like, it's a lot of money for something where we're going to play for, a week and then get over it. You know what I mean? But now I'm like, ooh, I wouldn't mind a Street Fighter machine and get good at that shit again. Next craze after that was, Daytona. Oh, dude, I used to love Daytona. Could you say fried rice and chips in the house? What? I just said it. There you go. Yeah, Daytona was sick. And Daytona was another one. Daytona, I used to only like playing the beginners one because the beginners one, I worked out how to do the skid and the final turn because it was just a circle pretty much. In the final turn, you drop from gear 4 down to gear 2, you start turning, and then you put yourself back in gear 4. And I used to get pretty good at that. But it was only 8 laps. And then eventually, as the game got more popular, eventually they opened up beginners to 20 laps. 20 laps driving in a circle. Oh, so good. I remember another game I used to play back in the day at that time zone was the Alien game, the side scroller. Oh, love that game. What's going on, Rad? Handbrakey, is that what it's called? Yeah, but I was never that good at any of the other tracks because the other tracks you actually had to know how to drive properly in those tracks. What other cool games were there back in the day? So I remember, so even going back to that anime I was talking about, High Score Girl, they go from Street Fighter and then they start talking about Virtual Fighter suddenly comes out, and they even go into Killer Instinct. People start playing Killer Instinct in it and stuff. It's really cool. Yeah, dude. So you know what I used to do for House of the Dead? I used to play with my friends, obviously, but when I was just by myself, I'll put 2 credits in there and take both guns, and I'd finish the game just in 1 credit, both guns. House of the Dead was the best. And also, did you know this, Mad Spidey? My brother used to work at Time Zone in the city on Burke Street. So when I went there, my brother was there. We used to get free credits, which was cool. He used to just be able to open up the machine and then press the button, and he'd give us like 10, 20 credits on games. It was cool. I've very casually been collecting comics for a year or so, but really amped up my amount of collecting for it lately. Been watching your comic videos for inspo. Very cool. Harley is your favorite you collect. That's cool. I collect some Harley. One day, or Thomas, do you have the big one? Because if you don't, that's the end game, mate. Once you get there, you realize, no, I don't think I need any more. Well, that's not true. I bought a Harley Quinn cover today, actually, at the shop I was at. So very cool, and appreciate you finding inspiration from my videos. That is the point. That one where you put your foot on the pedal and then Time Crisis. Time Crisis is a good one. So when I was at that place I was talking about before, what's it called? Welcome to Thornbury. They had Time Crisis there, right? So I played with my friend, and I used to be pretty good at Time Crisis back in the day. I sucked bad. I was so bad at it when I replayed it recently. It's funny that, like, you think you're good at something, like back in the day. You think, I'll pick that up like this, right? No, it doesn't happen. It's not like that. You need to practice those skills to keep them up. Remember the clickers to get free. Oh, yes. Oh my God. Yes. Are you talking about the clickers like that you'd steal from the heaters? Oh my God. That just like dug out a memory. Is that what you're talking about, Matt Spike? You get the clickers from the heaters, right? And you would start zapping the coin thing, right? And then it would give you a credit. Oh my God. That is a blast from the past. That is out of control. Yeah. Time Crisis. And there was also Virtual Cop. Virtual Cop was a cool game too. I used to like that. But I could never, by myself, I couldn't get past like the 2nd or 3rd level on Virtual Cop. I typically don't buy comics that are over $20. So that's a good way to live. But sometimes if you're a hardcore collector, you need to give up those $20 books sometimes to buy the expensive books. Yeah, man. So there was these, the thing that basically starts ignites the flame in the pilot light almost, right? In a heater. Like you used to steal them out of the school heater. You'd steal the clicker and you'd used to zap people on the back of the ears and shit like that, right? But you could go up to an arcade machine and zap the coin slot. And if you got it in the right spot somehow, you just keep clicking it and you get credits. Man, I forgot about that. I love that type of stuff when people say something and it just digs out. Yeah, the pilot lighter. It just digs a memory out because that was so long ago, man. Oh, that was a good one, man, Spidey. Well done. Well done to you. I really hope you have the time of your life now. Hope you get some free credits at Green Day. Yeah. I remember when I used to go to the arcades back in the day, it was like 40 cents for a credit, and then it went up to 60 cents and eventually went to $1. So now, like, the fact that it's like more than that now is insane because who goes to those places? Like, do people still hang out? Yeah, it was crazy, crazy times back in the day. I don't know how people would figure that out either. How did someone figure that out? Thought it'd be fun to ask, but what's your favorite Harley collectible you have currently, excluding comics? Ooh, that's a good one. Good question. I've got like Harlequin statues that I quite like. I don't know if you can see it well, but that one there's the DC Collectibles one just there. So I like the new 52 Harlequin. That's my favorite design of Harlequin. It's a bit different. It's not traditional. She's red and blue, which is kind of different. But I don't know. That version of Harlequin I just think is the coolest. And I've also got this one here, if you can see there. That's the Kotobukiya statue. They're pretty cool. I got this one early on, like in one of my earliest videos. I would have talked about this statue here. So I guess I've got some cool figures too, like in-box ones that friends have given me as well, which are cool. So yeah, I've also got actually, that I've got this really, I don't know where it is, but I've got this really nice commission art that I got done by a Brazilian artist of Harlequin, which is also pretty good. But yeah, I don't know where my art book is, so I'm not. I'm sure I have a video if you go to the shorts on my video, I'm pretty sure I did a video on that Harlequin commission. All right, where am I up to? It would disengage the magnetic coin release. In other words, it would believe you put okay. There you go. Spidey was older than me, so he worked out the science. I was just a little kid going, I heard you can do this. Yeah, that's good times. I got the quarter scale tweeter head Harley statue. Came last year. Just to own one statue that was much larger. Won't be doing it again, but it's such a statement piece. What is 1/4 scale? Let me quickly look that up. 1/4 scale tweeter head Harley. Let's look that up. 1/4 scale tweeter head Harley Quinn. Oh, yeah, that's a nice statue. Yep. I don't have anything like that in my collection. I don't go too big. Like even buying my Harlequin first appearance, it's not something I normally would have bought, but I got a good price on it, but it's the most I've ever spent on a comic book, which isn't always a good thing. But yeah, that's a very nice statue. Yes, I'm sure that cost you a bit of money. All right, what time is it? Am I nearly done? I'll go for another 12 minutes. I'll get off at 7 because, yeah, I'm starting to get pretty hungry. I'm glad I can't believe. Oh, shout out to Vogs for jumping on with me for a bit and keeping me company. But you guys have been cool. I appreciate you guys chatting it up, and Mad Spidey with that nostalgia there. What other nostalgia things happened in the arcade days? I'll tell you a story. One time, remember the Simpsons arcade game, the 4-player one? I remember one time, and again, I was little. My dad, we were in the city, and my dad's, I don't know where my dad went, but he's like, are you cool to hang here? I was like, of course I'm cool to hang here, right? He gave me a bunch of money. So back then, you'd get change, but you'd get 20-cent coins because, again, it was like 40 or 60 cents for a credit. What's going on, Paolo? So you would get 20-cent coins. So he might have given me $20 maybe. $10, $20. I reckon it was I had a whole pocket full of 20-cent coins. And I was going to play The Simpsons, right? So I'm on my first credit, and then this group of Asian kids come up, right? And they scare me. Like they came up and they like I was getting all into the game and I was slamming the buttons, and then they came up and just like slammed their hands down the arcade, and I looked and I was kind of scared. So I just kind of kept playing the game, ignoring them, right? So they surrounded me for a little bit, and then they left. And these kids were like teenagers, probably not even like they were young. They would have been teenagers, but they were young kids. But I was even younger. So they tried to scare me. They surrounded me for a little bit while I'm playing this game, and then anyway, they left. And then my credit died. So I went to put my hand in my pocket to get more money to put my next credit, and my entire like all my money was gone out of my pocket. So they pickpocketed me. Like I don't know how I could have not noticed. It literally would have been like how heavy all those coins would have been. I don't know how they would have taken that out of my pocket and me not notice. Like nowadays, I would have been like, backhand them. But I was a little kid and I didn't even notice. Crazy. High Tech Game Center. Yeah, so High Tech, that's a good one. So that's another kind of early days of me. So me and Mad Spidey, we kind of grew up in not in the same, I wouldn't say the same circle. We kind of just knew of each other because we're kind of in the same hood, right? And then I eventually went to school with him briefly, but he was older than me. So he knew who I was because, we used to, back in the day before the internet, you had nothing to do. So you just roam the streets. You'd go to like the local the local school. And back then you could just walk into a school after hours and play basketball, right? So that's kind of how I met Mad Spidey. But he also worked at a place called High Tech Game Center. And that was just a place we used to hang out at. So when basketball cards were like peaking and just trading cards in general in the early 90s, High Tech Game Center was this video game store, but then they opened up a little card section because that was a hot property at the time. So Mad Spidey used to work there. He was all cool. He was the cool kid working there as a teenager. But yeah, that was a long time. I remember I'm going to do a fight with what's his face? Jahi? Was that his name? I think he committed suicide, that kid. I was friends with him, and then we somehow got into a fight, and I remember throwing a punch at him, and I remember landing that punch with this part of my fist. I threw a punch, and I landed on his like shoulder with that part of the fist. That's not how you punch. All right. Oh, mate, that's terrible. But I was a little kid. What can I say? I have this other memory, right? So remember Social Life of the Noob is popping off. Big say, nice shame. Yeah, well, no one wanted to hang out with me though tonight, Brendan. But it's okay because I'm done I'm done soon. I remember the game Double Dragon, right? So Double Dragon 1 was obviously a classic, and then Double Dragon 2 was on Nintendo and stuff. And it was like, man, we used to play Double Dragon 2 on Nintendo like for hours and hours and hours. And I think it was one of the games where you could do the up, down, left, right thing and get all the lives. But when Double Dragon 3 came out, the arcades, I was like, holy crap, Double Dragon 3. So I played it for the first time. I passed the first level and then asked for more money to continue. And I was like, but I didn't die. And that was it. The game was over. I couldn't believe it. It was the first time I'd ever experienced that. I was like, hang on. Because, that was the thing with arcade games. You buy a credit and you play until you die. Double Dragon 3 came out. I put more money in the machine. No, sorry, I didn't. Because I only had the one credit, like to afford one credit. And then I passed the first level and it said, give us more money to continue. I was like, what? It's outrageous. That's like games these days, right? I don't play too many video games, but I've heard a lot of new games these days. You can't do anything without buying extra stuff in the game. Like it's crap. Like that's why I love GTA so much, even though it's been a long time since I was playing GTA a lot, but GTA 5, that game has spanned 3 generations of console. That game came out on PlayStation 3. And back then I was hardcore into GTA 5. When that came out online, when they finally released online, man, me and my mates, that's all we do was play GTA 5. And then, time goes on. PS4, I stopped playing games. Once I broke up with my ex-partner, I moved down on my own. I stopped gaming really. And the PS4 came out. And then my friend convinced me, he's like, hey, did you know if you don't transfer your GTA 3 profile to the your PS3 profile to PS4, you're going to lose your GTA character. So like on the last day of the cutoff, I transferred my GTA character from PlayStation 3 to 4. And by then I'd been out of the game for a while. So I wasn't very good anymore. I used to hang out with some of my friends and literally we'd do missions. I was just tagging along. They'd do all the gameplay and I'd just be there in the background like, yeah, what's up guys? But that game spanned PS3, PS4 and PS5 and they're still releasing content for that game online. Free content. There was always updates of, there's this new mission. There's this new thing you can do. They did that for so long. It's unbelievable. DD2 was one of my favorite along with Altered Beast. Yeah, you know what? Altered Beast, I don't know if that holds up. Double Dragon probably doesn't either, but I got that Mega Drive, the mini Sega Mega Drive, which I'm actually selling at my table at Yarraville. But I played Altered Beast when I first bought that thing, and it wasn't as good as I remembered. Double Dragon 2, I reckon I could still get around playing that game. What's your top 3 personal favorite comic book movies of all time? Great question. I'm going to go with no order here, but some of my favorite comic book movies, none of them are DC Marvel, by the way. Dredd. I love Dredd with Carl Urban. Awesome. I really like Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass was really cool as a movie. Number 3. The Crow's a comic book, and The Crow was one of my favorite movies growing up. I don't know if The Crow still rates in, like, if you ask me what my favorite movies are, they're not the nostalgia movies, right? If you ask me what my favorite movies are of all time, you'll be surprised. Because I'm going to tell you things like Requiem for a Dream, which is like a really dark, dark movie. I'm going to tell you things like American History X, which is a very dark, controversial movie, controversial themes. I'm going to tell you things like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. What? What is that movie? They're my favorite types of movies. For some reason, people like, is Aliens like one of your favorite movies of all time? I was like, nah, I love it. Don't get me wrong. But when I have to give you my favorite movies, the nostalgia movies aren't in my top 5, I guess, like I like ones that make me think. Those movies I don't think. Those movies are just cool. Like I watched Aliens again the other night because I got a new soundbar. It's got surround sound speakers. I was like, what's the first movie I'm going to watch in surround sound? I'm going to put on Aliens. And yeah, The Crow is always going to be good. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely agree that The Crow is great still. It's really well paced. Again, you don't have to think much about it. But as far as like the greatest movie of all time, I'm not going to put it on that list. I mean, it's, if I had to do a top 50 list, then sure, some of these nostalgia movies would make it. You need an online connection to play alone. That's why I haven't played games in years. Connect to games that fit into floppy disk. Didn't even require installation. Yeah, I know what you mean. I haven't had, you got to pay. That was another thing. Back on PlayStation 3, online gaming was free. How about that? PlayStation 3 didn't even feel that long ago. It was free online. Only Xbox you had to pay back then. And then PS4 came out and PS4 like, hey, they're making money. Why don't we do that? Sure. So yeah, I haven't had the online, well, I can't even remember what it's called, the PlayStation membership, PlayStation Plus. I haven't had that for ages just because I don't have enough time to play online games all the time. I would love to, don't get me wrong. I love playing video games with my friends. Like, if you actually do that, Paulo, it's really fun to do when you all get your headsets on, you're talking, and especially if you're playing like a team game where you're a team, like it is really fun. I just don't really have friends that Eternal Sunshine is so underrated. Yeah, that's a movie. That's one of the few movies I showed Sarah that she actually kind of liked. Because Sarah, she has zero attention. Like, I have zero attention span, which is why I put my phone away and stuff like that when I watch a movie, right? I've shown Sarah some classic movies, and she will just be like, it'll be like a classic Hollywood moment. I'll look over at Sarah, and she'll be on her phone and be like, how dare you? But Eternal Sunshine, she actually thought was pretty good. But yeah, I love that movie. It's so good. I have to head off now, going for dinner for your mum's birthday. Happy birthday to your mum and Mad Spidey. Any tips for those wanting to more fully get into comic collecting like myself? The age-old saying, Thomas, collect what you like. There you go, mate. You heard it here first from SimpleSimon. Selfish plug. Is that your channel or is that your stream tomorrow? So anyway, subscribe to Mad Spidey because he's the best at giving selfish plugs. Can't wait for the new weekly series, The Noob Plays. Well, I do have a Twitch. If you actually look in my channel links, I do have my Twitch channel, but I haven't done anything there for ages. I actually want to start doing Twitch streams, but not gaming. Like, I always, on all the different platforms, I like to do different shit. So, I've got my Instagram and my YouTube and my TikTok. There's some stuff that goes to all of them, but then there's some stuff that you'll only find on my TikTok that won't be suitable for my other stuff. There's stuff that I'll upload to my Instagram, which I won't do on YouTube. I like to mix it up because then there's a reason for you to go check out those other platforms. Twitch, I did play some games years ago with Sarah, back when we were still a secret, Brendan. I did some game streams with Sarah. But you haven't done that for a while. But I want to do Twitch streams, which is different. Like I can do hauls. It's like it's a whole new audience. I can do stuff I've already done on YouTube, but I do it live on Twitch. I can show you some of my stuff, but do it on Twitch. I don't know if it's the right platform. I don't know if people are going to get into it, but that's something I've had in mind for a while. So yeah, make sure you sub up Mad Spidey. There's a big push to get him to 1,000 subscribers. You're pretty close, Mad Spidey. After tomorrow's birthday, I'm pretty sure tomorrow people are going to give you a pretty big push for your birthday, mate. So I have no doubt you'll probably hit the 900s tomorrow. And then, hang on, how far is Mad Spidey? Can someone click that link for me and tell me how many subs you're on, Mad Spidey? Tell me, because I reckon you're not far off, mate. If your aim is to read classic storylines, get the trade back. Yeah, well, that's good advice too. To buy, yeah. So I think that's the correct way too. If you want to get into stories, I think reading, this is not what I did, by the way. I just went straight into individual issues and I got lost. I was like, where am I? Don't know what's going on. Why is there this Batman and this Batman? And why does this Batman do this, but this Batman, what he did didn't exist? So confusing, comic books. I always want to do an episode of The Noob with Mark about things I hate about comic books. But Mark's like, no, I don't want to talk about negative stuff about comic books. I was like, come on, man. You can defend them then. Maybe we'll do that for the next episode of the podcast. To be fair, I think we knew before you did. Haven't looked. He hasn't looked. All right, let's have a look at Mad Spidey's channel, and then we'll probably get out of here in a minute because I'm going to make some dinner. Where's Mad Spidey? Mad Spidey is on. He's on higher than I... Whoa! Hang on. Wait, is your channel popping off? I could have sworn someone yesterday on Jig Stream said you were on 800 something. He's on 947 subscribers. Man, you're hitting 1K tomorrow. I'm telling you that now. Mad Spidey, it's his birthday. Yeah, he didn't even... Look, when did that happen? I could have sworn yesterday someone's like, you were on 800 and, around 850. I was like, oh, wow, that's a big jump from... Because I thought you were in the 700s still. Man, Mad Spidey, he's coming. Is coming for that 1,000 subs. And how many are you on the 4,000 hours yet? Because, mate, I'm telling you, once you get that monetization and it takes you 4 months to build up $100, it's an exciting time. But I've been doing really well. Like I've actually had monthly payments for a while now, which is good. Because he was on 800. Yeah, I thought someone said yesterday you're on about 885. So you've gained 50 subs overnight. That's crazy. That's really good. So there you go. Mad Spidey will hit 1,000 subscribers tomorrow live. So be there on his channel to see it and celebrate his American birthday. Yeah, I was going to say, surely you'd have the watch hours because of your weekly live stream. So yeah. I'm going to be on your stream in the morning, Spidey, but I might be having lunch with my mum. So I'll probably hang out only for a little bit. But if you guys aren't subscribed to Mad Spidey, now would be the good time to do it before he gets famous. And you can say, I was subscribed to Mad Spidey before he had 1,000 subscribers. There you go. All right. I think I'm going to call it. Yep. 7:05. I'm getting pretty hungry, so I'm going to call it. I can't believe I did an hour and 40 minutes almost by myself. Shout out to Vogs for jumping on. Or should I stretch it out to 2 hours? Nah, I'll go get some meat. All right. I'm going to head out. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. I appreciate it. What have I got coming out? Monday, I should hopefully have my 3,000 subscriber giveaway. So I'll announce what I'm giving away. But if you've seen my giveaways before, you'll know that it's not as easy as just leaving a comment. You have to watch a couple of my videos to enter. It's not that hard, trust me. Only took you 40. That's okay, Spidey. It took me. I looked at because when I hit 3,000 the other week, YouTube sent me a thing saying, congrats on 3,000. Do you want to look at your analytics? And I looked, I think I took 3 years to get to 1,000 subscribers. And then it took another 2 years to get to 2,000 subscribers. And then it only took me 7 months to get the next 1,000. So I'm going to say this in my giveaway video, but I'm aiming to hit 4,000 by the end of the year. And if things keep going the way they're going, I mean, I'll probably be closer to 5, hopefully, by the end of the year, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't like getting my hopes up on things. What, you won one? What are you talking about there, Rig? DMFN, you won one. You won one of my giveaways. The duck race can never be rigged. All right. Anything else I got coming up? Next week, my vlog will probably be, I think it's the Jurassic Park vlog. So I went to the Jurassic Park exhibition. I know people are like, what? That's not comic books and toys, but trust me. I went to the Jurassic Park exhibition, not expecting much. And when I left, I was like, holy crap. That was a hell of an exhibition. I'm telling you guys. Next week's vlog, Wednesday, 9 p.m. The Jurassic World exhibition was called. I haven't even edited it yet. Hopefully it'll be out on Wednesday. But it was a really, really cool event. Oh, okay, yeah, you won. But you didn't deserve it, did you, Dan? There you go. Anyway, I'm getting tongue-tied. I'm ahead of you. Thank you very much. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way out. Make sure you subscribe to Mad Spidey. His link is in the chat. And tomorrow he'll be live. And hopefully I'll get in on one of those first 10 seats. And, oh, yeah, very good. Very good. Thanks, Jagular. All right, you guys all have a good night, morning, wherever you are. And until next time, I'm Simple Simon. To your friends. And keep it simple.